Hello and welcome to my product review. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Stephen Kowalski and I'll be your gadget guide today as we explore the QCY QY7 mini lightweight wireless stereo Bluetooth 4.1 earbuds. Let's get started, shall we? As you can see, I've already removed it from the retail packaging, which pretty much consisted of this box. Open it up and there's two additional boxes inside. And inside those two boxes came with our instruction manual in both English and Chinese. A big sack of earbuds, which I love, we'll get to that. Your charging cable, which is just your standard micro USB to USB, and this end goes into the earbuds here. And we're going to see that this, there we go, came right out. That is kind of difficult to remove, not that big of a deal, but the tightness actually means that it's very water resistant, which is good. But taking it off the first few times seems to get tighter. I've actually played with these a little bit, so it got a lot easier. So as you can see, that went in, and you'll plug this other end to a USB port, whether it's be on your personal computer, your laptop, or a USB port in your car. Pretty much if you plug it in, it'll charge. I'm going to go ahead and reseal that to keep its water resistance. We don't want any water to get in there inside that port. And we'll go ahead and take a look at these. I think these look great. I really like that yellow and black. This is like a rubberized type strap. It seems very durable. It's very flexible, water resistant, all that good stuff. I think they look great. But aside from looking great, the thing that you'll really enjoy about these is the fantastic sound. Normally with Bluetooth headsets, you kind of like lose a little bit of sound quality for that Bluetooth convenience. Not so in these case. And I'm not sure if it's because of this funny angle and the way they project into your ear canal, or if it's having great speakers or what have you. I'm not really sure, but these sound fantastic. I was really impressed. Now, like I said, it could be from this unusual angle. As you can see there, they're kind of off-shapen. And also with all the earbuds, I was able to get a perfect fit in my ear. So essentially that's kind of angled forward in your ear canal, and then you pick, and it has multiple of these rubber grips that kind of press against the back of your ear, so that once you get the proper earbud and the proper ear supporter, these fit in really tight. I mean, I really like the way they fit. I was able to do a very strenuous workout. They did not fall out a single time. I was really impressed overall with that. They also come with a few things like this. And basically you can slide it in there and slide this other one in there, and that way you don't have any slack, or you have less slack hanging off as you work out. Not that big of a deal, but definitely worth mentioning. So now we're going to talk about the buttons. This side is pretty much, it has this QCY symbol, that's just decorative. It has the port here, and then this earbud has all your buttons, and it has your minus, your plus, and then your QCY multifunction, or I call them an action button, because most of the the complicated things you're going to do with that. But let's go ahead and talk about this. There's minus and plus, which if you just do a quick press on either one, it's going to turn the volume down with minus and the volume up with plus. If you hold it down for a long press, which is about a second, then it'll move your song backwards for minus, or it'll fast forward a song for plus, so that is convenient. Now, as far as the QCY button, it has quite a few functions. The main function is going to be to turn it off and to turn it on and to transfer. You can actually connect it to two phones at the same time. Of course, I had to play with that when I had it, which I thought was really neat. If you are forced to use a separate phone for home and business, then of course that could be really handy for you. Me personally, I have one cell phone. I really don't have a need for it, so I had to borrow a cell phone to play with it. But it did have some neat options, and we'll go ahead and go over that. So if you push the QCY button, let's say you're listening to them for, you're just at the gym and you're listening to them. If you receive a phone call, you can press it once to receive that phone call, and of course it'll go directly to the headset. Or if you want to ignore them, which I do quite often, I double click and it'll automatically reject the phone call. Now let's say you have both phones connected, and essentially, like I said, you just you grab both phones at the same time, you find the wireless device here, you turn it on, it'll start broadcasting, and you just pair using both phones to this headset at the exact same time, and they'll both connect. And essentially, you can press this for about 2 seconds and it'll switch back and forth among the phones. If you're on a call with the first phone and you're actually talking on the phone, if you get a call with the second phone, it gives you like a little beep, and then you press this for 2 seconds and it will switch over to the next phone. Like I said, it's really neat. I've never messed with a Bluetooth headset that did that, but you know, it might not be useful for everybody. Ignoring the 2-phone feature, if you're just, you know, for standard everyday options, like I said, 1 second will, or a quick press will answer, 2 will refuse, and if you're actually in a phone conversation, holding this for 2 seconds will actually transfer away from the wireless headset and go directly to your phone. I don't know why you'd want to do that because they actually have great sound quality, but you know, if you prefer to continue your conversation on your phone and not through the headset, then just a 2-second pause will get you there. One of the major downsides to this is that actually when you pair and unpair, it has a very pleasant voice that tells you that what I'm assuming it's telling you that you're disconnecting and reconnecting. Unfortunately, I couldn't be sure because it was in Chinese. I really didn't like that feature too much, of course, because I don't speak Chinese. But the bright side of that is if you turn them on, and you'll know they're on by this QCY symbol actually holding solid red. It's blinking now because I don't have it paired. You can actually just hold this minus button for 3 full seconds while it's on. And then it says something else in Chinese. I'm assuming that it's telling you it's, you know, turning off the voice feature. But then you don't have to hear that voice anymore. So of course that's not the end of the world. But of course I would much rather prefer the voice to be in my own native language. I do hope you enjoyed my product review today. I would like to thank you for watching today. Comments are always appreciated at the bottom of the page. Subscribers are always welcome. And if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please email me at GadgetGuideUSA@gmail.com. Thank you for your time.